This is going to be an adventure. Having spent most of 2023 in and out of the hospital, it's been over a year since I have told my story and done a video. So here goes. I was 12 years old and I was standing on a subway platform in New York City. I was listening for the crank of the subway as it approached the station, and I was trying to decide if I was going to jump. You see, I had been being sexually abused by my father. I was in so much pain that the idea of continuing to be in that much pain was more than I felt like I could handle. And yet, as the train approached, I made the decision not to jump. I spent the next few years trying to figure out how I could escape. My first plan didn't work, but my second plan did. And I got myself on a college campus 2,500 miles from home, 1 month after my 16th birthday. A few years later, I received a life-altering epiphany. You are not responsible for your father's choices, but you are responsible for how you allow them to impact your life. That began a years-long journey to find a path to hope and to healing. At that time, the abuse of children, especially the sexual abuse of children, was not on the public radar. Nobody talked about it. There were no programs. And so it was a matter of exploring and finding things that would help me on a healing journey. Many years later, I completed that journey. And at that time, I wrote the 7 Pillars of a Happy and Successful Life. It was how I figured out for myself to begin with, and then for others, what really mattered to me. And one of the things that I learned in that process was that what really mattered to me was helping others break the chains of childhood abuse. Over the years, I developed programs to help. They were successful, but I knew that there was more. And then I developed Achieving Emotional Freedom Now. We have a tendency to stuff things that we don't like that have hurt us in the closet, lock the door, and put chains around it and pretend they don't exist. But the reality is they do exist. And stuffing them in the closet is not going to work, at least not long term. What we need is emotional peroxide to heal that festering wound. That's what Achieving Emotional Freedom Now does. It's my passion because it breaks my heart to know that there are those in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and even 80s who are carrying the burden of childhood abuse. They're afraid to talk about it. They're afraid of judgment. They're afraid that somehow, if they open Pandora's box, their world is going to fall apart. I'm here to tell them that when they're ready to take that risk, there's joy on the other side. There's freedom to become who you want to be and who you choose to be. Yes, it can be a painful journey, but it's a surprisingly short journey. One of my first clients to go through Achieving Emotional Freedom Now, in week 6, having spent 5 years in therapy and never having any significant progress, with tears running down her face, she told me that I had changed her life. I had tears running down my face This is what brings me joy. This is why I'm here. I'm here to share my message, and I'm here to learn how to share it more effectively, to help more people. Share your thoughts with me. Thanks so much.